KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sean Macaday explores this trend and how you can stay safe outdoors.
After the warmest winter on record for the state of Minnesota and much of the upper Midwest, there's been a noticeable uptick in the amount of these pesky insects, ticks, in grass fields and the forests to my left. So if you're like me and you want to get outside as the weather improves into summer, then you need a couple of tips to stay safe. I interviewed the Minnesota Department of Health to learn more.
It's possible there could be some more this year because of that warm winter. So, ticks are pretty well adapted to surviving winters in Minnesota, but, it certainly wasn't a winter that was hard on them in terms of their survival.
Elizabeth Schiffman is an epidemiologist with the Minnesota Department of Health. She works to catalog ticks and tick-borne diseases like Lyme disease and Rocky Mountain fever across the state. Schiffman says that this time of year is the worst as multiple species of ticks are out at the same time.
You get kind of a perfect storm. So we have our black-legged ticks or our deer ticks that we talk about the most when we talk about disease risk. And every spring, the adult ticks are always out right away looking for their meal so that they can lay their eggs and kind of complete their life cycle. Our wood ticks are also out in the springtime. So there's just a lot of ticks that are out no matter what year it is. This is the time of year where people are going to see a lot of ticks.
With rising rates of Lyme disease across the state, Schiffman says it's important to use bug spray and to be sure to reapply it every few hours like sunscreen.
There's a great tool on the EPA's website, actually, that's a repellent finder, and you can enter in different parameters, and it'll help you choose a repellent that is effective and going to work for your needs.
Many common bug sprays will carry varying amounts of a chemical called DEET. It's recommended to use a bug spray considering the extent you will be outside.
Now, if you know you're going to be a little bit deeper into nature or the woods, then you might want to consider a different type of bug spray called permethrin. Permethrin doesn't go on your skin, it goes on your clothes, like this. Now, these clothes doused with permethrin will help keep any bugs from attaching onto my clothes when I venture out into densely wooded or grassy areas. Now, ideally, you'd want white pants to spot anything that does attach to me still, which I don't have, but you get the idea.
Apply permethrin outdoors at least 2 hours before wearing the clothes. Pay close attention to the ends of pants and sleeves where ticks are more likely to attach. It should also be noted that permethrin is highly poisonous to cats, so use extreme caution if you're a cat owner. And speaking of pets, there are pet-friendly options too. Schiffman says to always check yourself for ticks after extended time outside and to make it a normal part of your daily routine.
If you get a tick, don't panic. Just get it off as soon as possible, and then be on the lookout for anything unusual in terms of symptoms. So if you develop a fever or some aches or a rash or something, then it's a good time to reach out to your healthcare provider.
As we venture outdoors, it's important to take these precautions to stay safe from ticks. And of course, to not let it stop you from enjoying these warm summer months. Sean Macaday, KIMT News 3.
Don't worry, we checked Sean for ticks as soon as he got into the newsroom. He's clean. Well, for more information and tips about how to stay safe from ticks, you can visit KIMT.com or the Minnesota Department of Health to learn more.